Corpus Christi.
Someone from the Huffington Post said this is one of the few shows on network television that takes religious beliefs seriously. And the comparison between paganism and Christianity is a profound part of the show.
Sanguinis Christi. Sanguinis Christi.
The pagan belief system is unlike anything Christians have. It's all connected with nature. It's all connected with visions. And when Rollo will see a raven, he sees Odin staring back at him.
The Viking gods were very different from the Christian gods. They were not all-powerful, they were not all-knowing. The Vikings considered their gods to be much more like people, that they had their faults, they were going to die, and also they could form personal relationships with their worshippers. So the Vikings believed that if you did things for gods, if you made sacrifices, or you shared things, then the god in return would do things for you. In Christianity, human beings are small and sinful, and they worship the Christian God as something much higher and much more powerful.
Our Father, who art in heaven.
And when you think about their story being told somewhat by Western monks, and the monks had a vested interest in painting them in a certain way, representing them in a certain way, because they were foul, horrible pagans who enjoyed brutalizing Christians.
It's easy to say that they were anti-Christian and they engaged in these attacks on Christian sites because out of animosity. But the fact is, in the early Middle Ages, in countries which had comparatively few towns, the main concentrations of economic wealth were ones that had grown up around powerful churches that acquired vast estates and had tenants living on them.
It was really any undefended sources of wealth, so certainly churches and monasteries were very good targets and the Vikings could get to them very easily. So essentially any undefended population that had some money could find itself the target of a Viking attack.
And they were not attempting to attack Christian targets for their own sake. They were attempting to acquire movable goods, wealth, and wealth attached to these churches.
O Lord, hear my prayer.
The clashes of faith are still a deep part of the show and the meaning of the show. And I wouldn't write the show if I wasn't writing about questions of belief and the purpose of life. And I hope that that's transferred to the viewer. I think it is a fascinating subject. The sagas are weird and wonderful, but full of truths in story form. And that's kind of what I tried to do myself.